What are you going to do if you have one flashlight and not an extra set of batteries? What are you going to do when you think people won't know that I'm here? And God can hide anybody, any place, anytime. But people who presumptively think, well, you guys are talking about all this stuff, we'll be gone. Well, unless a rapture happens tomorrow, and I don't believe in a pre-tribulation rapture, but guess what, ladies and gentlemen?
When you see the rapture of the church, tell me. Well, guess what? I think there's 53 verses, 54 verses. We went through the whole 24th chapter, and nobody stopped me. I said, because there is no pre-tribulation rapture. He comes in Matthew 24, 29, and 30. That is synonymous with 1 Thessalonians 4. It is all succinct in every sense of the word. These scripture passages can be superimposed over one another. Let me throw this out there real quickly, Doug. Acts chapter 1, verse 10. In Luke 24, the Bible said, he led them out as far as Bethany, and he blessed them, and he ascended up. So Luke doesn't give us a lot of detail there. But Luke does give us great detail in Acts chapter 1, verses 10 and 11. And while they, meaning the disciples, looked steadfastly toward heaven, as Jesus, went up, behold, two men stood by them in white apparel. So the angels are standing on the earth among the disciples. And what did they say? Ye men of Galilee, why stand you gazing up into heaven? This same Jesus, which is taken up from you into heaven, shall so come in like manner as ye have seen him go into heaven. Were they lying? Were they misleading the apostles? There were 500 or so, but these 11 that were left till they voted on Matthias, you have 11 of the apostles right there. And they said, as you've seen him go up, he's coming in like manner. They didn't interject, put in the middle somewhere, a pre-tribulation rapture. He respond to that. That was God's way of pushing me out. God will, it's like Joseph. Jacob said, go check on your brothers. Joseph thought he was just going to find his brothers and see how they were doing in attending the sheep. But it was a 13-year journey from that time he left his house until he was made second in command of all of Egypt. It was a process. And I realized in my life it was a process. And so now, having been post-trib now for 30 years plus, I've come to understand there is terrible error in the church. There's dishonesty in the church. Too many ministers are too committed, they're too invested to ever tell the people the truth now, because they just can't be wrong. They just can't be wrong. None of us are perfect. To this day, I have blind spots in my life. I don't see everything perfectly. But it's not because I'm not trying, I'm striving, I'm contending. But when you present to them the scriptures and make them own up to the truth, they don't have anything to say. I've asked them to debate me publicly. I will debate anybody, anywhere, anytime about the fallacy of the pre-tribulation rapture. But they won't take you up. You know why? There are too many scriptures that make it clear there's only one second coming of Jesus. Not multiple comings, not multiple raptures, not multiple resurrections. There's only two resurrections. And you want to be in the first one. John 5, 28, 29, Jesus said, marvel not at this, for the hour is coming at which all that are in the graves shall hear his voice and shall come forth. They that have done good under the resurrection of life, they that have done evil under the resurrection of damnation.
Yeah, it's absolutely sad that Pastor Langton, which that guy should know better, like on all aspects of the Bible, to say that there is no pre-tribulation rapture while ignoring all the texts and the grace of God there of his followers, with the prophet Noah building the ark, the prophet Elijah and Enoch, which he was taken up to God up in whirlwind there, just like the prophet Elijah. These people are calling God a liar there by getting in this denial of the pre-trib rapture there, that there is no pre-trib rapture. Of course, like on account of not excusing that these date setters has pretty also muddied the pool on this whole theological debate, with also with Steve, like Quayle, also jumping on the bandwagon on no pre-tribulation rapture. He too is compromised as well with all these post-trib and pre-wrath rapture followers and disciples there. It's just like pretty much we're in the days of deception has kind of been ramped up, and it's hitting critical mass. This is William Trotsky reminding you to shake the money tree. Share this video far and wide there, and don't forget to subscribe there.